Welcome! A little lovable story I want to share. A few months ago, I was at home on a Friday afternoon. My daughter comes home from school and she throws the door open, throws herself down onto the sofa and goes, "Oh, Dad, IT, it's so boring." I mean, she's a teenager, and I was trying not to laugh. I had to somehow turn this around and say, you might be right on the IT side, but that shouldn't be the attitude that you come home from school with. IT should be exciting. So I asked her, what did she do in the IT lesson? She said, oh, we were doing Excel sheets. And I'm like, well, okay, that might be a bit boring. But I had just recently come across a system called Lovable.dev, a development AI application. It's not an advert for Lovable, but I thought, well, let's do something that would be a bit fun. So I asked her, what could we do? What could we create from an IT perspective that might be fun? So we ended up talking about a game. Let's create a game. And I said, okay, make the game simple. What might be a very simple game that you would like to generate? She goes, Pac-Man, let's make a Pac-Man. Fantastic. So we happened to go on to Lovable.dev and I sat her down in front of the computer and I said, okay, how would you describe the Pac-Man game? She goes, okay, so it's a maze. You have a little pizza-shaped Pac-Man. He goes around eating the buttons in the maze. Oh, there are 4 ghosts. If a ghost catches you, you lose a life. You have 3 lives. So she types this into the application, the prompt, if you like. And then we go, okay, click go. So she clicks go. And to our amazement, you see it starting to write the code in real time, which is already very exciting. So we're getting very excited. And about a minute and a half later, it's done its job. And it says, hey, I've made you a new Pac-Man game. But it wasn't quite working right. We could only really see like the top right-hand corner of the maze, but we could see that it was working. And so, okay, it hasn't worked quite right. So what do you want to say to the app to tell it to fix the problem? So, okay, so sorry, it looks great, but I can only see the top right-hand corner of it. Please make sure that you can see all of the game on the screen at the same time. So she types that in. The application writes back, okay, I've analyzed the problem. I can see what needs to be corrected. And it starts rewriting the code in real time. 30 seconds later, we have a working Pac-Man game. Absolutely awesome. My daughter was like so excited as an output. I'm like, yes, that's what IT should be like. It should be exciting. You should be able to develop your own things. And of course, so she's playing Pac-Man. She's sharing the link with her friends. They're all playing it on the bus on the way to school in the morning. Fantastic. And since then, every month or so, she's been creating a new game that she can play with and she can send to her friends and play with. This is the power of artificial intelligence. And, for the new generation growing up that don't necessarily need to understand exactly how to code or the program language, useful, yes, but they can do so much now. And everybody can do so much now simply by using large language models to create the prompts, which then artificial intelligent agents or development systems can then turn into real product, real solutions that can help us in our everyday lives. So I thought I would just share that story with you because I've shared it with so many of my friends. That's a great story. And I've also shared that Pac-Man game, and I'll leave the link in the description below so that you can have a little play on Pac-Man or go ahead and create your own game. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and may you grow and thrive.